Guess who's late with another episode? This guy. I'm sure you guys are all happy to see that I'm late. To all 3 viewers, I know you've been waiting. All jokes aside, guys. Sorry for the wait. Really wasn't my fault. Kind of was my fault. Kind of wasn't my fault. I was supposed to drop last week, but I came back from vacation the Sunday and I had no motivation to study. After coming back from that vacation, I'm sure you guys are absolutely dying to hear the vacation update. No sarcasm in that, but to go with today's theme of the episode, I'm just happy and very appreciative and have a lot of gratitude. I had the ability to go on vacation, and we're going to leave it at that. At least I got to eat good. I ate very good. Yeah, very, very good. Funny enough, I didn't get completely out of shape as I thought I would. I basically got out of shape when I came back, which is super ironic. But hey, what are you going to do, right? That's fitness. Fitness is a scam. The only thing you can, get in shape, take 12 weeks to get in shape and lose it all in 4 days. I love it. And maybe, you don't actually fall out of shape in 4 days, but it feels like it. Yeah, your mental health just goes through the drain. But hey, we're back on it, guys. Yeah, and I know I'm dropping an episode on a Wednesday. Well, it's going to be on Wednesday when I drop. Well, it's Tuesday night, but I'm going to edit it right away because I don't want to wait too much longer. But I think I'm going to start dropping them on Monday nights. I think dropping the episode at night is going to be better. I don't know why. I just got feeling telling me. But apart from that, I hope you guys have been great. Couldn't be happier filming again. I'm really excited about today's episode. Before I get into it, I just want to give a little quick recap of the trip, all jokes aside. Miami, great, beautiful beach vibes. I actually got tan a bit. Was very happy about that. You don't see the tan because it wore off by now. What little tan I had. Houston's really big, man. Like, that city is huge. It's hot as hell. Like, super hot. It was crazy, but the food was great. Hospitality in Houston is absolutely amazing. A1. Really love the vibes out there. Really nice people. Like, we got free desserts, free sweet tea. Really appreciated them. Atlanta, really fun time. I think Athens has a beautiful college town for Georgia State, my bad. I'm pretty sure it's Georgia State. Yeah, but really nice vibes. Atlanta, really nice city during the day. Went to the Coke Museum. That was really fun. I'm an absolute Diet Coke fiend, Diet Coke addict, so I don't care. It has aspartame. I know. I don't care. I'm still going to drink it. And no one's going to stop me from drinking Diet Coke ever. Okay, I won't yell into the mic again. And then, New York was something. I'm not going to get into the details of New York because this is a show about positivity and we're not going to mention the non-positive things, but there is this one pizza shop. I don't remember the name. I don't remember the name of the guy who ran it, but I just want to say, if this ever blows up, to the guy who gave us a free slice of a vodka pizza, vodka sauce pizza, I love you, man. You made my day with that. We left the pizza place, went back to it later in the night. That's how good it was. Top 3 pizza I ever had in my life. And also, guys, if you ever wonder why I sound so stuffy in here and why I can never breathe, it's because I'm allergic to cats, okay? I also own 2 cats. Do the math. But no, it's just a joke. I love them. I would give up everything for them. My breathing, my eating, whatever makes them happy. But until I find a way to open up my sinuses, because I've always had breathing problems, you're going to have to deal with the and the because if not, I can't get through the episode, guys. And I know it's annoying. Trust me, when I'm editing the videos, I'm like, ugh, do I have to keep making that sound? I'm going to try my best to time it by going away from the mic when I do it and everything. So let's get right into it, guys, because it might be a bit of a longer episode. I don't want to drag it on too long. You guys have things to do, places to be. And I know you guys want to watch this in one shot because who likes to pick back up in a podcast? I know I don't. When I start something, I got to finish it. Including food, man. I can never save food for later. Honestly, people who save food for people who save food for later, I don't get it. It's always, you know what's the worst part? It's always when I'm talking to a girl and then she's always like, yeah, I'll save this as a snack for later. I'm like, no, I'm gonna eat it now. Give it to me. I'm eating your food. I'm eating your snacks. You're not saving it for later. We eat what we get now is what we're eating now. I'll buy you more food after. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I let them keep their snacks. I'm saying I let her, like I like I have that going on in my life right now. Oh, it would make you guys laugh, but that's already gonna do repercussions, guys. The other day on my story on Instagram, on my own personal account, I posted a song that I liked from Tory Lanez. My God, did that cause issues? Like, I'm just gonna play like the intro, like the first line of the song, okay? Just the first line. And honestly, I regretted it so badly because like, it gave me headaches. Wait, let me just get it real quick. I'm so sorry. Okay, wait, right there, right, ready? All right, he swears. I don't allow swearing on this program, but yeah, just that first line got me. Wow, the amount of stress. Anyways, guys, doesn't matter. Does not matter. What matters is who we're gonna help today, and this is a bit of a special episode because I actually don't have a form. You're probably wondering, Rocky, then who is it? I'm helping myself out. Wow, how selfish of me. But this is actually to help myself 2 weeks ago. Now you're probably wondering, why are you going to help yourself from 2 weeks ago? If 2 weeks later, is it fixed? Is it not fixed? You're going to find out at the end of the episode. But all jokes aside, I know a lot of my friends that are going through a hopeless situation. And that's the theme of today's episode. It's about feeling hopeless. How do you get past that? How do you overcome it? How do you feel hopeful again? And a lot of my friends are going through that. I don't know what's in the air. I feel like it's always happens in the fall season. It's always that character development cycle, you know? It's when they're having the best time of your life, or you are growing. You are growing like a mother lover. And every fall I grow like a mother lover indeed. And that's a good idea. I'm going to start replacing all my swear words with lover. You loving idiot. I'm such a loving idiot. Oh my God, that's great. What a great idea that was. Oh my God, I'm feeling absolutely electric today. Oh, I'm so happy I'm gonna post this. This episode is getting posted on my story for sure. Anyways, it's just I'm thinking it's like great content. I'm just gonna re-listen to it. It's cringy as hell. Okay, let's actually get on with the episode, guys. Let's stop wasting time, guys. Stop trying to be funny, guys. Being funny doesn't get you anywhere. I'm kidding, it gets you everywhere in life. So, all jokes aside, the episode is about feeling hopeless. And to give you guys context of what made me feel so hopeless is that while I was on the trip, I told you guys I was going to get special news, right? And I knew exactly what date I was going to get. I was going to get it on August 19th. I had that gut feeling 4 months in advance. Actually, that's a lie, 8 months in advance. I knew I was getting my news, and it was about my school program transfer. I knew exactly the moment I was going to get it. I was going to be on my balcony in Miami. Sunset was going to be there. I was going to open up that application. It was going to say accepted. And I was going to press the accept offer. Life was going to be good. 5-6 years of hard work paying off. Classes from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day was going to pay off. Taking classes on Saturday mornings, going to pay off. Taking 8 classes in university, going to pay off. Well, that's a lie. It's like, it was like 6 in uni, and then like I would do like night school 2 at another institution. It's all going to pay off, right? All those relationships I sacrificed, time I wasted. Well, no, I didn't waste. No, sorry. I take that back. I didn't waste time. But the time I put in, the stress I put, the amount of growth, getting over my hate of studying in school, the money I put into tutors, it was all going to pay off, right, guys? I open up. It says faculty denied. You can imagine how I felt in that moment. I want you to think, how do you think I felt in that moment? Let me tell you how I felt. First thing I thought to myself was, all right, how do we bounce back? What are we doing here? Crazy, right? I was conditioned to think, how am I going to get over this? How am I going to get in? How am I still going to achieve it, right? Proceeded to break down 20 minutes later in absolute tears, crying like a baby. That was a hard pill to swallow. But right away, I told myself, I felt hopeless in that moment. I was like, I didn't know how I was going to register for school. I didn't know what classes to register in. I was Am I going to have to drop out? Is this not possible? Is my dream not possible anymore? I really didn't feel good. I came back from my vacation, money a little tight. I really felt out of shape. I didn't feel good about myself. There was a lot of things on that trip that I learned about myself that I didn't really feel good about myself either. I think you get the picture of how I was feeling. I was really at a rock bottom real quick. That was really one of the most lowest and hopeless points I ever felt. And didn't last long. But I'll tell you at the end of the episode how we got to that, how we got out of it. So this is my little 3-step plan for anyone that's feeling hopeless right now. I hope it helps you, because it's what I have to suggest. So our first step is to have faith. I think that's the most crucial step for creating a base of getting out of hopelessness, is that you need to have faith in whatever you want to happen. Given any situation, just believing what you want to happen is possible is half the battle already. You need to be able to visualize it. You need to accept and look at it and think to yourself, this can actually happen. What I want to happen, what I believe can happen, has an opportunity to take place in my life. If you're already not thinking it can happen, it won't happen. You're not going to get lucky. You're not going to get a nice surprise. It simply will not happen. So off the bat, you need to visualize and see it. Because that's the first half of the battle. It's just even getting that picture. Now, in due diligence of having your faith, sometimes it's hard for us to have faith about something, especially when it's a big challenge or a big tribulation to overcome. But let me put this thought in your mind. Given everything you achieved so far, right? You did it. You've achieved everything in your life up to now. You did it all. You didn't get lucky. You didn't get some magical chance. You set yourself up. You put in the work to put yourself in this opportunity, in this position, to have achieved everything you already have right now. So who's to say you can't go and do more? There isn't another step you can reach. There's not another height you can attain. You are bound by absolutely nothing but yourself and the limits that you decide to put on yourself. And let that sink in with you. You are bound by nothing. Nothing can stop you. There are no limits other than those you choose to implement into your life. And I know you must be thinking, you're like, Rocky, that's typical, that's crazy, that's corny. I'll say that's fair. But let me hit you with one more thing. Think about everybody who did something great in their life, right? And I know it's such a typical thing to think of, but it's the truth. Think of everyone who did something great. Do you think their first thought was, yeah, this is not going to happen? Or, this is a stupid idea? We always ask, why not? We always ask why. Or, how? Sometimes think, why not? Why can't good happen to you? Why can't it happen? You can list a million different reasons why not. But at the same time, you can list a million reasons why. And the only one reason you need to list for why is you. Because you can do it. Because you believe you can do it. Having that faith is going to set you up for so much good. So you need to believe in your own capabilities because you've already achieved so much so far. And another thing, when it comes to faith, is what you seek in your life is what you're going to receive. So if you have faith in, let's say, good fortune and wealth, right? If you have faith in wealth, you're going to seek wealth. By seeking wealth, it'll become more apparent in your life. And I'm not just talking about monetary wealth. It could be wealth in love, in intelligence, in intimacy. It could be in anything. So keep that in mind. You have to seek it as much as you believe in it. And just looking in the general direction of it will make it more apparent. You see, drawing our attention, that puts a big first step in noticing things in our life. And there's a little exercise that I completely copied off of someone else that I saw. I think it was Tony Robbins. And I'm going to rob it and I'm going to steal it. And you're going to do it right now. Basically what I want you to do, I want you to take a look at the surroundings wherever you are right now. I want you to look around, take a couple of seconds, look, do a full 360. Now I want you to yourself to describe things you saw. You could say it in your head, you could say it out loud, you could say it to the person next to you. I want you to describe everything you just saw. Now, tell me everything that you saw that was blue. You might name one or two things, or you might not be able to name anything at all. You looked around, you're like, I didn't notice anything blue. Now I want you to do the exact same exercise, but now I want you to look for everything that's blue around your surroundings. Take that look around. Now I want you to name all of them and list them all. Notice how much more things you just listed, or how much more quickly you noticed them. Why? Because you were looking for it. And that is the exact same principle with life. When we start looking for our opportunities, when we start looking for a way to believe in it, when we start looking for our chance to get what we want, when we start actually actively looking for it, it will become more apparent. It will pop up. If you don't give it the proper attention, if you don't look in its general direction, it's not going to appear. And you need to realize that. Now, with noticing and drawing our attention comes perspective and gratitude. I'm comboing these two together. I'm putting this as number 2, is perspective and gratitude. And with this perspective exercise, this little game we just played, it's the same thing with choosing to have a negative or a positive perspective. See, if you're given a situation in your life where you're stuck in a rut or you have an issue, if you're looking at all the bad right away, you are obviously not going to find a solution. You're just going to see the negative drawbacks. You're just going to see the bad consequences of the situation you're in. But now, let's look at the other way. If you look at the positive of your situation, either what you could take from it, what you can learn from it, how you can fix it, when you start looking in that direction, already you're putting yourself in a mindset where you're going to see the good that you want to see, the good that you're looking for. And it's just a little adjustment, but sometimes those little adjustments are the catalyst for something much bigger or much better to happen. Sorry guys, I'm just looking at my notes. But yeah, perspective in a situation can heavily determine the final outcome because it's the start. The second, something that goes with perspective, keeping a good perspective, is having gratitude. And I find a lot of us don't keep gratitude in mind. We're not grateful for things in our life. And I'm not necessarily saying that we're ungrateful, but we are just not actively grateful. And what do I mean by that? See, something we really don't realize is that at any moment, anything in our life can be taken away. Life could change. Anything can be taken away. So we need, and I hope that nothing bad comes to anyone's way that's listening to this. I wish only good. I put only good vibes on that. No bad. But we often forget what we already have because it becomes an expectation, right? Rather than a luxury. We don't see it anymore as something we're so happy to have, we're grateful to have. Like the simple things of just having a car, right? Sometimes we get so used to having a car that we expect it to always be good. And if our car breaks down, we get a flat tire or something, or we're running low on gas, we'll get upset real quick. We'll be like, now I can't, it's an inconvenience. And yes, it is an inconvenience, but sometimes we should be so grateful that we had the opportunity to have a car, right? And we forget to actively appreciate things in our life. And the reason I say to actively appreciate things, and not just things, it could be people, environments. Sometimes we forget that we have really good people in our lives and we don't show them appreciation. And then when they leave our lives, we forget, I should have shown them more love and appreciation while they were still around, you know? Or sometimes you had a job that you'd say you hated, right? You really didn't like the job, whatever, but it was paying your bills for the time. And I'm not saying you have to stay stuck at that job, but for the time being, it was paying your bills, and you realize it was a much better situation and a much better work environment than it could have been somewhere else. Because at the end of the day, life doesn't owe us anything. Life owes us nothing. Everything that we want or we need, it has to be earned and it has to be maintained. It has to be appreciated constantly. So keep that in mind. The breathing is not breathing. But to continue on. The way I see things is that there's an infinite amount of angles and okay, you know what, guys? Quick time out, guys. This is like a little intermission. You're probably wondering What am I doing, guys? I need to hit my pump. So this is a live pump break. Actually, you know what? While I take my pumps, I want you to name 5 things you're appreciative of in your life right now that you didn't always show proper appreciation. I want you to think about it right now. Either text somebody. This is your chance. I'm giving you a chance right now. This is a very good coincidental timing. Go give a person a text. Go tell somebody that you appreciate them or give thanks for something in your life right now while I take my final shot on my pumps. All right, time's up. I hope you did it. Or else. No, I'm kidding. You do it when you want to. But to continue on, there's an infinite amount of angles and perspectives to any situation. You can see it, you can view it from any perspective. So why not choose a good one? Why not choose one where you can benefit from having the proper mindset? Because truth is arbitrary to an extent. To a very extent. There are some things in life that are, yes, they're finite. It is black and white. There is a truth to it. But then again, every day, you and I and everyone else in this world, we all live different truths. And what I mean by that is that we can all be in the same situation and we'll all have a different truth to how it affected us, what the situation was, how we decided to act on it, and how it made us feel. So keep in mind that when something does happen to you, you can choose any way how you want to react to it. And little things could be, for example, you missed the bus, right? And you think, damn, I missed the bus. Now I have to wait for the next one. But you could see it as, well, today's a nice day. I get to go walk outside and maybe get some steps in and enjoy the weather. Like, look, I'll give you an example. My goal recently has been to get 25,000 steps a day just to help me lean out after all my atrocious eating. And today I have a really bad blister on my left heel. Like, I can't walk. And I could be frustrated and be like, damn, it hurts. I can't walk properly. I'm in pain. This sucks. Or I could say it as, damn, it shows I'm getting my steps in. Like, I'm happy. It shows that, like, I'm doing the good work. And tomorrow, I guess I'll just get another blister because it just means I'm doing something good. Another way to show perspective and gratitude would be, when we go out to eat sometimes and maybe the food wasn't the best, we think to ourselves, damn, what a waste of time and money it was to go eat out. But on the contrary, you could tell yourself, I'm grateful I have the opportunity to go out and eat. I can go out to a restaurant and afford it and spend time with people that I love. I get to spend quality time with, people that I love and create quality memories. So you can see it as, waste of time, waste of money, or a way of you guys could have a good memory laughing about some food that you had that wasn't the best and you didn't like it, but you guys got to share that moment and experience together. So the thing is that when I talk about being positive and having a good perspective on things, it doesn't mean that you can't be negative sometimes. You can't have a negative opinion is what I mean to say. Yes, obviously you can have a negative opinion. Life isn't always sunshine and rainbows. Not everything's always going to be positive. Not everything's always going to be happy. It's hard to always be on the bright side of things. But what I'm saying is, if we make those little efforts every day to have a positive language, instead of speaking bad out of our mouth and attracting bad and attracting a negative mindset, if we choose, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, where are my manners? If we choose every day to have a positive language, to speak positively, to attract a positive mindset, when it comes to those times where we're going to be in really, really bad moments where it's really hard to be positive, we're going to be so used and so conditioned to thinking in a positive mindset that it'll naturally come, or it'll come quicker than rotting for 3-4 days, affecting your daily life, thinking badly, where it might only happen for one day instead. And I think anyone would rather have one bad day than 3 or 4 bad days. So sometimes it's not always about cutting out negative completely, but reducing it or making an active attempt to reduce it which is going to demonstrate more appreciation and more gratitude, which I'll get more into after. But essentially, a negative language can attract a negative mindset, and a positive language can attract a positive mindset. It's not that hard if you think about it. So by doing this switch of mentality, you're creating a happier life by already enjoying what you have with you already. Sometimes living in a mindset where we're very ambitious, we're always seeking for more, we want more, it might come off as a bit greedy sometimes. When we slow down and we think to look around and say and give thanks for what we already have and appreciate what we've earned already, it makes life a bit simpler. It makes it easier to go by in life because we lose that anxiety of I need more, it's not enough, I need to do better, which we should always improve. Improvement should always be there. But as much as we have our will to improve, we need to have our will to appreciate and slow down. It's like taking a walk on a beach with a very nice sunset. The goal is to not clear the whole beach right away and sprint down the beach and get the walk out of the way. The goal is to enjoy the walk. The goal is to enjoy the fact that you put yourself in a position to be there. And then to keep working hard to put yourself back in that position again in the future so you can enjoy that moment. Or working hard to go out and enjoy food, a good meal. The goal is to not finish the meal as fast as you can, except if you're me. The goal is to sit down, enjoy the meal, enjoy the company, enjoy the memories, and keep working hard so you can put yourself in that position again. You can make this analogy about traveling, about whatever. I hope you get the point, which I'm pretty sure you all do. Now, being appreciative of having the opportunities to get this, the best way to show appreciation for these opportunities is persistence, which is the last and final part of this planet. And that it's given any of your opportunities, you need to be absolutely relentless with it. You always need to give whatever you're doing a fighting chance. You can't just give it a half love chance. You need to give it a full love chance. You need to give it all your efforts. You need to go as hard as you can. If it's an opportunity that really does matter to you and it's something you really do value and you want. You cannot assume a positive outcome or an outcome that you want if you are not absolutely being persistent with it. This is where faith and gratitude is going to come in, because sometimes given an opportunity for you to remain persistent and have this undying will to continue, your faith and your gratitude is going to help fuel that persistence for you to keep going. And sometimes we question to ourselves, are we even ready? Are we ready for this opportunity that was given to us? And my answer to that is, if you weren't ready, you wouldn't have the opportunity. It's as simple as that. And then you might answer me, well, I feel like I'm not there. I feel like I don't have the opportunity. Then you should be absolutely persistent in setting yourself up to make that opportunity happen. If you feel like the opportunity isn't there, you should be doing whatever it takes to set yourself up to feel like you have that opportunity ready. And then by putting in all that work, you're going to know that it was meant for you. You were meant to have that opportunity. The only thing that in life that's guaranteed is death. That's the only thing we can put 100%. You could bet the house on black that death is going to happen. So, given that the only thing guaranteed is death, everything else is up to you, which is the best part. You get to choose everything else that gets to happen. It's all up to you. It really is. It's all up to what you believe can happen. So you have to go out and choose and make whatever you really want to happen. You need to go and get it. Get on with it. Go ahead and get on with it. Now, I know giving you all this, you might be thinking, well, how does it look into practice? And let me give it to you. Let me wrap it all up in my way. So, let's all start with a boy fresh out of high school in 2019 in his first semester of CJEP, or college if you're listening from out of my city, which I will not name, because actually I won't say why I won't name my city, but if you know, you know. Anyways, actually you probably don't know, But we start off with a young boy in college, 2019, fresh out of high school, telling himself he needs to somehow manage doing day and night school to have a chance of getting to a program he wants. He then goes ahead and sacrifices 5 to 6 years of his life. Does he fully sacrifice? You can argue not. You can argue he still had fun. He still went out. There were times he could have put a bit more effort. There were times where he should have chosen school and studying over doing some other things. And as a man, you have to take accountability. But overall, he gave an okay effort. He did what he had to do. Did he do it the best? No. Did he do it fully all the way and gave it his absolutely undying will of a chance? No. I'll tell you, he didn't. But he still gave it a shot. He still did some sacrificing. He didn't sacrifice it all, but he did some sacrificing. Now, one thing is that he always had the belief and faith that he could achieve it. Now, when the dust settled, everything was said and done, he did all the prerequisite courses, even though he hated doing them. He hated studying for STEM courses. He didn't understand it. He didn't know how to study for it. He was frustrated. He was scared. He was lost. He didn't know what to do. He did it. He did it all. And then, after 6 years of hard work and sacrifice, he looks at an internet page that says, "You've been denied of your dream program. You're not getting it." Now, could have had every right in the world to just say, "Well, screw it. I give up. I'm going to drop out, work full time, call it a day. I gave it a chance." But the one thing that he had was an absolute undying faith that he was going to get his way one way or another. He believed in his heart and soul that he knew he wanted it bad and that it was his to take one way or another. So, knowing that how bad he wanted it, he asked himself why. Because he wanted to help people in the world. He wanted to make a difference in not just one world, but many worlds, many people's lives. And furthermore, he learned to love school. He learned to love studying. He learned to love the entire process. He learned that he actually enjoyed the position he was in. And he showed a gratitude for once. Instead of always saying, "I hate it. I can't wait for it to be over. I'm sick of it." For once, he told himself, "I actually love it. I actually enjoy where I'm at. I'm actually sad if it means I have to leave," right? And it's funny because the second he had that mentality switch, it was almost like an opportunity arose right then and there. The perspective of being denied. That moment of being denied of what he wanted most showed him how much he truly appreciated everything that he had in his life right there. And the last part of being persistent was creating an opportunity right then and there. And I'm not going to fully say how, because I don't know if I'm allowed to. But given that you went from a situation of having no classes, didn't know what classes to take, didn't know how to take the classes he wanted, to almost having the identical schedule of what he would have had he been accepted into his dream program. Just one class is missing. And then mark my words, I'm getting it. I'm getting that last class. I'm going to get it. But given almost having the identical schedule, because he asked life to give him a chance to prove how much he loved what he did. It all worked out. And if you're going to sit here and tell me that you don't believe in faith, I simply can't believe you. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I had no reason to have any of this work in any type of way. I had no business. I really didn't. As much as the work I put in and everything, was it the amount of work I should have put in? No. And I fully admit that. It was something very hard for me because I pride myself on working hard. I pride myself on being ambitious, but I did not put in all the work I should have. But I asked life, I'm like, let me show you how much work I can put in for what I love. And life said, you want that? I'm going to give it to you, but you better not mess it up. And we're in that situation right here. And it's the same thing. Having that appreciation, that faith, and that gratitude about this show. You know, I could have the perspective of, oh, I have the same 5 people watching the episodes. If I'm lucky to get 5 viewers, I have the same 11 people liking my reels. But the other way of looking at it is I have 5 people that watch me every week, and I have 11 people who genuinely choose to show me appreciation on the pieces of content I make, even if they don't watch it. But the fact they just like it to show me love, that means everything. The fact I can help 5 people a week and maybe do the right episode where it might change one of their lives or give them a better perspective or help them out of a situation. That is 1 more, or that is 5 more, or that is 11 more than if I would have never done this in the first place. I could have seen this as a waste of money. I could have seen this as a waste of time. I could have looked at all this and just be like, I'm just going to be some other corny guy on the internet that's just going to give this up and be a failure. I could see it like that. Or I could genuinely believe that I have the ability to help everybody across the world selflessly, which is my dream with this. I want to selflessly help people. I don't care to make money off of this. I would give back all the money I would make on this. And I swear to God on that, I would give it to charity. I would give it to make support programs to help all types of people all over the world. The only way I would take money for myself in any type of way is to help my family. And apart from that, this show is the last thing that's ever meant to be for me. That's why I do it. That's why I make the show about everyone else but me. I don't care to give my opinion. I don't care to have the attention. I don't want the attention. I don't like it. All I want is that when people tune into this show or somebody watches this, they can have themselves a meh day or even just an okay day. But by hearing some positivity, it makes their day just get a little better. That's all I ever wanted. And if when I look through my reels or my TikToks, like I say, I got 2 views, 50 views, 300 views. But I think to myself, hey, maybe one person favorited my reel or my TikTok. I get the notification. And I'm like, they saved it because that probably helped them. That makes my day and that makes me so happy. And it might be hard to believe that somebody actually cares like that. The way I see it is I could say everything, but I would rather be persistent and prove it to you guys, to the world, to life, and to myself that if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to do it to help people, and I'll do it any way that I can. When I gave it up, I was scared. I was really scared of doing this. I was scared of getting made fun of. I was scared of the negative attention. I was scared of it affecting my personal life. I thought of every bad thing. Wow, look at that. I really did think of every bad thing. That's all I ever thought about when I thought about starting this up again. And then I just changed my perspective. And it's so funny. I didn't even plan about using this as an example. I just realized it as I was talking. I changed my perspective to, but how many people can I help? How much good can I do for the world? How much selflessness can I do? And then it made me appreciate the fact that I had the opportunity to do this. The fact that I have the setup to do it. The fact that I took the time to learn the skills, to know how to post, to know how to make videos, to know how to edit. The fact that I can implement it into my schedule to actually do it. And now the last part is just being persistent with it. So, the camera cut out again. This is enough. My camera has overheated and shut down 3 times while filming this episode. And I don't care. I'm staying persistent with it. And the same way, I'm going to stay persistent with making these episodes, helping you guys out, because at the end of the day, it's all about y'all, and I love you guys. And as always, thank you so much. Ooh, guys, did I end? Ooh, almost forgot the most important ending. But genuinely, guys, thank you so much for the support. I genuinely do, and I really do appreciate it a lot. You have no clue. And to turn it to you guys, enough about me, I want you guys to take a moment to reflect on what the biggest situation is in your life right now. It could be 2 or 3 things, but I want you to reflect what is the biggest thing in your life that may be bothering you right now. Take a moment, think about it. I want you to list every completely negative thing you can think about it. Every negative outcome, every reason it's bringing you down. Think of every bad thing. I don't want you to think of one good thing, only bad. Take a moment, list it all down, pause the podcast, pause the show episode if you need to. Now I want you to do the same thing, but list every good thing, list every positive outcome, list where it could all go well and all work itself out. Now, I want you to look at both. Take a moment, pause. I want you to list them all out. And now I want you to ask yourself, which one would you rather be living? Would you rather be living the negative or the positive one? And now, as much as it might be an intuitive answer, sometimes we don't realize how simple it is. So this is an exercise you could do all the time. This is a little mental check you could do for yourself. And you can make it realize that you want to live that positive and happy life. And my last closing note, which I'm going to read, because I wrote this part with heart. I said, obviously, life will never just be all positive or negative, that's for sure. But every day and every moment, we have a conscious choice how we want to approach a positive or negative situation. We can uplift a bad situation as much as we can bring down a good situation. At the end of the day, we have to make an effort for what we want to live. It's easy for us to make an excuse, but it's hard for us to take accountability. I can't tell you what to do ever. I can only give you the tools that I've learned over time. And I could tell you the rest without even looking. Who says I'm right or wrong? I don't know. I don't say I'm right or I don't say I'm wrong. To me, none of that matters. It doesn't matter whether to be right or wrong. Mother lover. All right, guys, I got to finish this episode before it cuts out again because it's been long. And I'm tired of it cutting out. But what I was basically trying to say is that who says I'm wrong, who says I'm right about anything I say? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether I'm right or wrong. All that matters is to be happy in this world. And that's all I want for all of you is to live just a genuine and happy life. That's why I do all of this. That's why I say everything I do. I don't care whether you want to follow it or not. I'm just here to give you tools that could try to help you live a better and happier life. The choice is always yours to do with whatever you want with your life. I just want you guys to make the happiest choice because you all deserve happiness. And that's what all this is for. So now, the last thing I'm going to ask from all of you is whatever situation you're in, I want you to think about it. I want you to give it one more effort. But this effort, I want you to give it at 150%. I want you to give it your absolute maximal effort. If some days it's just 20%, then just give your 20%. That's 100% of your effort that day. If some days you can give 175% of your effort, give it 175%. But whatever it may be, I want you to attack it and be the most persistent you can be. And by giving it your full effort, your maximal effort, you'll realize that maybe you never gave it a proper effort in the first place. Whether it's a person, a place, a situation, whatever it may be, this is your sign to just go ahead and give it your all one last time. And you'll know if you ever did it properly in the first place. Go get what's yours. Well, on that note, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. I'm going to do a quick little wrap up before the camera dies on me again. This was a much longer episode than what I normally post, so I hope you enjoy it. You all deserve happiness. And I want to say a quick thank you to life for giving me opportunities to prove myself. And I promise to keep doing that for myself, for you guys, for everyone that loves me, my parents, my mom. Shout out, Mom. Love you. And my dad, too. Love you, too, Dad. And life. I couldn't be more grateful of the life I've been given. The other day on a Friday night, I went out to a football game with some friends. And that was the first time I turned off my brain. And I had so much fun. I didn't stress about nothing that day. I haven't felt like that in so long. I was just genuinely happy. I was radiating with happy energy. And it was nothing special. And I think that's what made it so special. The fact it was just a fun night surrounded by love. I was surrounded by a lot of love and a lot of loving people. And it made me just so grateful to be able to live an opportunity like that. That was the first time I lived a full day of university how I wanted. It was a Friday. I went to my class. I trained. I studied. And I went to go watch a football home opener. And even though they lost, like, it wasn't even close, the game. And I still had so much fun supporting, watching it. That night, I hold dearly to my heart because for me, that was a sign of a new chapter in my life, which I am. I'm entering a brand new point and stage in my life, and I hope to do good with it. And I know you will all be a part of the journey, and I can't wait to see all of you grow with me. We're all in this together, and we're all going to make it together. So I love you guys very much. Thank you for bearing with me with the technical issues this episode. My camera kept overheating. It was a very, very heavy episode. So maybe it just couldn't handle all of it. But I look forward to helping all of you out with your things. And we're all going to be successful one way or another. Keep having faith in all those opportunities. Be grateful that you have the chance at them. And never, ever give up. Never stop trying. Be persistent with it. On that note, have a great rest of your day. Have a great night. Or enjoy your morning. I love you very much. And I will catch you next week on time. I promise. I won't be late again. At least I'll try not to. It's hard. I get caught up in life. But by me getting caught up in life, that means I'll have more stories to tell you guys about my own personal life when more people actually care. Which I think will be soon. It's funny. I had a little something happen to me today. Got a little, I can't say nothing because it hasn't developed yet. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. Have yourselves a great night. Mwah. Love you.